Hey guys, I just wanted to go over the Abyss strategy that I've been doing for the past few days. I know Abyss is all the rage at the moment, so I'm not going to do a full guide or anything. You can go watch Crouching Tuna or Garatha for something like that. I just want to go over how I've been doing it. I've been doing it a little bit differently to most other people. I'll go over my Atlas really quickly. It's pretty stock standard Wandering Path with 7th Gate, Beyond, Abyss, and Quant stuff. That's all pretty standard. The only thing I have that I haven't seen anyone else do is Blight. Now, disclaimer, I hate Blight. I've never liked it. I never spec into it in any league. But I did a Blight in the tier 16 Jungle Valleys that I've been doing, and it dropped a couple of Divines and a Voidborn Reliquary Key and a couple of Fortunate cards as well. And I was like, damn, that loot seems pretty good. And I was spec'd into Legion at the time, which kept taking away some of my Abysses. So I was like, okay, I want to get rid of Legion. That Blight felt pretty good. Let's try Blight for a bit. I spec'd into Blight, so these 4 points here, which is just additional rewards. These 6 points here, which is, additional rewards and lucky rewards. And these 2 points here, which put more rare monsters on the Blights. And I've gotten 3 puzzle boxes, 4 reliquary keys, a full stack of fortunate cards, more than that, and a few divines as well. So I've been pretty happy with the Blight. Even if you don't like Blight, I would recommend giving it a go. It did feel pretty good to me. I may have just gotten lucky, I don't know, I only did 40 maps, so it's possible that I just got lucky, but it felt really good. Only thing I'll say is Blight is very rippy, so be careful. If your build can't handle it, it may not just be able to handle it, so you might just need to do Harbingers or something. But yeah, Harbingers, Legion, Elder all seem to take Abysses away, and Blight didn't really seem to do that, so I'm pretty happy with Blight. I'm going to go over the investment cost for these 40 maps that we did. So it's just all 4 use Sextants, Abyss, Mirror of Delirium, Beyond, and Blight. The 16 use Sextants are way too expensive in my opinion. I don't think they're worth running. Obviously, if you don't want to do Blight, you can just take out Blight here and put in anything, Magic Pack Size, Harbinger, whatever you want. We did Winged Abyss, Winged Divination, Winged Reliquary. Winged Reliquary and Abyss I do think are definitely worth using. Winged Divination maybe not if you're not doing a map with Doctor, Apothecary or I See Brothers on it, or like Brother's Gift. You can probably just use Gilded here if you're doing like Jungle Valley like I was, and it'd be fine. And then yeah, just a Mortal Fragment for the last piece. You can put Elder Fragment here, Harbinger, whatever you want to put here. Cartography is another option that I tried, but I like the Mortal Fragment. It's pretty cheap. It's 20% quant with Wandering Path, so you know, and it doesn't take anything away from Abysses, so there's no downside to using it. And then we use Purple Juice to swap over the different winged scarabs. You buy them at 4 for 1 divine, and you just swap them over with Purple Juice to Reliquary and Abyss and Divination. We spent 1800 Chaos on rolling maps, so we use this regex up here. This guarantees +2 proj and gets rid of all the bad mods for Frostblade specifically. You'll probably have to make your own if you're not playing Frostblades, obviously. This will be in the description. But yeah, so this rolls +2 proj and no bad mods, and then you Exalt Slam, and if it still highlights, then that map's good to go. So all the maps I ran were between, I think, 94% and 120% quant with no corruption, so they were all pretty juicy maps. And then just Kirak Abyss on the map device. So in total, 67 divines, or almost 68 divines investment in 40 maps. I'm going to go to a stream clip here. So you can see we've got our Mortal Frag, we've got our 3 winged scarabs, Abyss on the map device, and Eater clicked. There's nothing really super exciting here. Basically we go into... I do a trade first, lovely. We go into the Wildwood. You guys can look up how to do the Wildwood efficiently, but yeah, we just do the diamond strategy, try and get to all the events that we can. It does take quite a long time. These maps are not fast by any means, but the juice you get out of them, you see why we do them, even though they're not fast. So I'm just going to skip through a bit. Okay, so we got into the map. So what we do is we try and proc the Eater of Worlds, which we just did. So we get some altars up. We want to take all the quant and rarity altars that we can. And try very hard not to step on the Abysses, and if you get Shroud Walker, just pray that you don't get teleported onto an Abyss, because you want to get all the quant and rarity altars first. I go back to the start here to make sure I didn't miss an Eater altar back there. A Scarab drop. yeah, you usually want to go back to the start of the map after you proc the Eater of Worlds, because there is often times where you'll go back at the end of the map and there's a Quant Altar there and you're like, ah shit, that could have been really good. So Divine's dropping already, you know, it's all pretty standard for the most part. You just run through, get all the Eater Altars, take all the Quant, Scarab dupe, unique dupe that you can get, Divination card dupe as well if you're on a good div card map. And yeah, you just run through, kill all the Eater packs, kill a bunch of Beyond, and then once you've cleared all the Eater packs and you've got all the altars, you start opening the Abysses. And when you start opening the Abysses, you have to make sure that you don't kill the Spire, which is very difficult on Frostblades because you have a lot of damage. I have no Magic Find on this build whatsoever, so it's very well rounded, and not killing the Spire can be difficult. So we'll skip through this. Did I die there? I guess I died there. Yep. I died because I was trying not to kill the Spire, but we got it to half health. And yeah, you can see we got 2 Reliquary Keys, a Fortunate card, and Divines at the start straight away. But yeah, you guys don't need to see this. It's all pretty self-explanatory. You just run through, you get a bunch of loot. I do the Blight after the Abysses. You can do it before if you want, but I think it's just more important to get the Abyss out of the way first, because they're the things that drop the most loot. And yeah, so we'll go to, there's a Spire here. So you can see I'm looking at the minimap icon and I'm waiting for it to disappear, and if I don't see a trail leading away, it means the Spire's spawned. So I'm just tapping that Spire one attack at a time because I don't want to kill it. I want to get it to half health, so it spawns 3 sets of mobs, which it just has. That means I can go in and start just killing everything. Obviously it lags your PC because this strat is bonkers. Hide loot so I can actually see the Spire and the Abyss mobs. And yeah, you can see loot just spews out. But nothing super crazy to see here. It's just normal Abyss stuff. So we'll pause that. We're going to go to the loot now. So you can see in my 2 dump tabs here, these are my 2 loot tabs. This is the Bubblegum Currency tab. So you can see there's quite a lot of stuff in here. Lots of Chaos, Sextants, some Fusings, some Exalts, some Annuls. There's just, you know, a lot of bubblegum, not much to say. This tab is the good tab. So we've got some Scarabs over here, Eldritch Currency, Tainted Currency. We have 19 Veldo's Puzzle Boxes. We have, what's that? 19 Reliquary Keys as well, I'm pretty sure. Shit ton of Fortunate cards, heaps of Divines. We got a Headhunter, a Mirror of Kalandra, and a Hinokora's Lock. And a Sacred Orb. I thought that was funny, so I'd put it down there. The reasoning for this 1 Armorer's Scrap and the 19 Whetstones is Puzzle Boxes and Hinokora's Lock don't come up in PoE stack. So I just overrid the price for these to make them the same as Puzzle Boxes and a Hinokora's Lock, so that it actually shows in PoE stack. Speaking of PoE stack, we will go here so you guys can see. I'll type in scrap so you can see I've overridden this with 4300 Chaos, which is 20 Divine, which is the current price of Hinokora's Lock. And this one here, 580 C is the current price of Veldo's Puzzle Boxes, so that's what I've put in for Whetstones. And you can see our total div value is 1,192. I did have to lower the price of Mirror and Headhunter, and lowered the price of some of the Scarabs too, because this is what they sell for in bulk, and this is what the current prices for these are. They were priced too high for some reason, so I put them down, just so it was an accurate representation of how much money I actually made. And if we go back to here, you can see, I'll put this down a bit so you can see better. So we invested 67 Divines, and our gross profit we pulled out of the maps was 1,191 Divines. So you take out the investment costs, we profited 1,123 Divines. With no mirror, no Headhunter, and no Hinokora's Lock, we still profited 265 Divines. So we pulled out about, what, 330 Divines, and we profited 265 Divines with none of the Giga Rare drops. We did also drop a Bloodseeker, which is a tier 0 unique, which is worth nothing, obviously. And some of these divines are from selling like fractured bases and just a few other bits and pieces along the way, like some Varlorbed uniques that sold for a couple of divines. Sold some 20% gold worms with 8% suppress corruption for 6 divines. So that's where those 6 came from. But yeah, everything in these 2 tabs is from the farm. Just, you know, some uniques and fractured bases aren't shown because they're in divine form because I've already sold them. There's a few other things in here that I got from the farm that still haven't sold, but mostly just 1 divine crap, like Warcry, Aegis Aurora, and a +2 proj 4% brass tome. Yeah, some of this stuff probably won't sell, but I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so that's the loot. It's obviously extreme. That's my second Mirror of Kalandra ever. I dropped my first one in my first league, which I got extremely lucky with. And the loot is just really, really nuts. So that's about it for the farm. I did want to quickly go over some ideas that I have for the next farm. I wanted to try Abyss with Enraged Strongboxes, but if you use Delhi Sextant, Abyss Sextant, and Beyond Sextant, you don't have room for Enrage and +3 or +2 Strongbox. So I was thinking of trying either 20 or 80% Delhi Orbs on Crimson Township, because you can rush the boss pretty easily on that map, and Abyss works well on that map, and Strongboxes are good on that map too. You can't really run Abyss on Crimson Temple, because they bug out, and they're crap. And I looked at some other maps like Canyon for the IC Brothers card. That was probably my second option after Crimson Township. And I don't know how good Abyss is on Wastepool. That was another option, but I'm not sure how Abyss goes on it. So I think I'm going to try it on Crimson Township and see how it goes and spec into some Strongbox stuff, because I think that could be pretty lucrative as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this strategy. You can drop Abyss altogether. I've seen some people doing that and just doing Strongboxes. I don't know if that's better or not. But I'm going to try both Enrage with Delhi Orbs and Abyss and see how it goes. I have a feeling it might be the best way to do it, but whether it's 20% Delhi or 80% Delhi, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do some test maps and see which one feels better. But yeah, that's about it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this gave you some ideas on how you want to do your Abyss farming. To do it on tier 16s, don't do it without a Headhunter. I have a Darkness Enthroned on right now because I was doing some Uber Eater, but yeah, don't do this on tier 16s without a Headhunter. It's way too difficult. You can do it on tier 7s. You'll just miss out on the altars, obviously, but you can still drop Mage Bloods, Headhunters, and everything on tier 7 maps. That's what a lot of people are doing on Cemetery. So if you don't have money for a Headhunter, just do the Cemetery stuff. That's what I would highly suggest. Only do tier 16s if you have a strong character with a Headhunter. Otherwise, it's not worth it. But you do get some Giga Loot on the tier 16, so if you can afford a Headhunter, go for it. It's very good. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Check my stream out at twitch.tv/spraz. I won't be streaming for the next few days, but I'll be back after the weekend and should be getting straight back into streaming for probably 4 or 5 days in a row. And yeah, just come check me out, and thanks very much for watching. See you guys next time.